Imagine a place so wealthy it's called the Pearl of the Antilles, yet so brutal that life expectancy for its workers is just a few years. This was the French colony of Saint-Domingue, the most profitable and cruelest slave colony in the world. But from this unimaginable suffering rose a fire of rebellion that would change the world forever. This is the story of the Haitian Revolution, the only successful slave revolt in human history. In the late 18th century, Saint-Domingue was the engine of the French Empire, producing nearly half of the world's sugar and coffee. This immense wealth was built on the backs of 500,000 enslaved Africans, who were subjected to a system of unimaginable cruelty. They were worked to death, tortured for minor infractions, and stripped of their humanity. But the spirit of freedom can only be suppressed for so long. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity from the French Revolution echoed across the Atlantic. But they were not extended to the enslaved people of the colonies. This hypocrisy lit the final fuse. The rebellion didn't begin in a legislative hall or on a battlefield, but in the heart of Haitian culture. On a stormy night in August 1791, a Vodou priest named Duddy Boukman presided over a secret ceremony at Bois Cayman. In this powerful ritual, a pact was made, and a vow was sworn, to fight for freedom or die trying. Days later, the northern plains of Saint-Domingue erupted in flames. Plantations were burned, and enslavers faced the fury of those they had oppressed for so long. The Haitian Revolution had begun. Out of this initial chaos, a leader of extraordinary genius emerged, Toussaint Louverture. A formerly enslaved man, Louverture was a brilliant military strategist and a cunning politician. He transformed the disorganized rebels into a disciplined army, capable of fighting on their own terms. He masterfully played the European powers against each other, allying first with the Spanish to fight the French, and then with the French to oust the Spanish and the invading British, who also wanted a piece of the profitable colony. By 1801, Louverture had taken control of the entire island of Hispaniola and abolished slavery, drafting a constitution that made him governor for life. But freedom, once declared, had to be defended. In France, Napoleon Bonaparte, enraged by Louverture's audacity and desperate to restore the profits from slavery, sent his brother-in-law, Charles Leclerc, with a massive army of over 40,000 veteran troops. Their mission was clear: crush the rebellion, capture Louverture, and reinstate slavery. The war that followed was brutal and devastating. Louverture's forces initially fell back, employing a scorched earth policy, burning cities and plantations to deny resources to the French. Louverture famously said, "In overthrowing me, you have cut down in Saint-Domingue only the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again from the roots, for they are many and they are deep." He was eventually deceived and captured, dying in a frigid French prison. It seemed as though the revolution might fail, but the tree of liberty did indeed spring up again. Toussaint's top general, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, took command, a fierce and uncompromising warrior who had endured the worst of slavery. Dessalines was determined to achieve total independence at any cost. He rallied the rebel forces, and a new, even more ferocious phase of the war began. The French army, already decimated by yellow fever, which killed Leclerc himself, now faced an enemy fighting not just for abstract ideals, but for their very survival. They knew that a French victory meant a return to chains. Dessalines' strategy was ruthless and effective. He unified the black and mixed-race generals under a single banner of liberty or death. By late 1803, the Haitian forces had decisively defeated the once invincible French army. On January 1, 1804, Dessalines stood before his people and declared the independent nation of Haiti, reclaiming the island's original indigenous Taino name. It was a moment without precedent, the first free black republic in the world, and the second independent nation in the Americas, born from a slave rebellion. The impact was immediate and seismic. For enslaved people throughout the Americas, Haiti became a powerful symbol of hope and possibility. For slave-owning nations, like the United States, Britain, and France. It was a terrifying threat to their economic and social order. Fearing the spread of rebellion, these world powers isolated Haiti diplomatically and economically. France, in an act of breathtaking extortion, forced Haiti to pay an enormous independence debt in 1825, reparations not to the formerly enslaved, but to the former enslavers for their lost property. This crippling debt would hobble Haiti's economy for over a century, a punishment for daring to be free. Despite the immense challenges it faced, the Haitian Revolution fundamentally altered the course of history. It directly challenged the legitimacy of slavery and colonialism on a global scale. It fueled abolitionist movements worldwide and even influenced Napoleon's decision to sell the Louisiana Territory to the United States, doubling the size of the young country. The story of Haiti is a testament to the indomitable power of the human spirit in the face of oppression. It's a reminder that history is often made, not by kings and emperors, but by ordinary people who refuse to accept injustice and fight for a better world. The legacy of Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and the hundreds of thousands who fought and died for freedom continues to inspire. Their victory was a declaration to the world that liberty is a universal right, belonging to all people, in all places, at all times. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as powerful as we did, please hit the like button and subscribe to Historical Figures and Moments. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss our explorations into the pivotal moments that shaped our world. See you next time.